I have long believed that the future is not just something to experience, it's something to manifest. That our fate and future is inside of us. It's decisions at the end of the day, not conditions that determine that fate and future. We're not victims of circumstance. We can make decisions to meet moments. And this is a moment we need to make tough decisions. This is a moment where we need some straight talk and we need to tell people the truth. We need to bend the curve in the state of California.
People are in a small apartment, they're in a house, they're worried, they're anxious. Those 3-word sentences can make all the difference. I miss you, I love you. I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm sorry we're going through this.
Hey, I know you're home. You're not allowed to be anywhere else. Pick up your phone. Just calling to see how you're doing. You're not going stir crazy, are you? I miss you. Okay, I love you. Call me back.
There's absolutely fear in the unknown, and as we see these numbers grow, it's very anxiety-inducing.
We're working on every level. Every piston is firing. Everything that can be done is being done.
The Tokyo Olympic Games in July and August could be postponed because of the coronavirus.
I want America to understand this week it's going to get bad. And we really need to come together as a nation. I think that unfortunately we're finding out a lot of people think this can't happen to them.
Well, my message to people buying toilet paper is get what you need, not more than you need. If you're going to do massive hoarding, that just makes it more challenging in certain locations. Just be thoughtful, not just about your own needs, but also be thoughtful about the needs of others.
I know Mom and Dad want you to come home. I know you want to go home. I know they probably think it would be easier, but we're not doing this because it's easy. They tried the same thing with me, and I can't guarantee I'm not carrying it, so I can't go home right now.
You don't make the timeline. The virus makes the timeline. So you've got to respond in what you see happen. And if you keep seeing this acceleration, it doesn't matter what you say 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you've got to go with what the situation on the ground is.
This is an enemy that attacks the weakest among us. And how can we not have protected them, right? This is my mother, this is your mother, this is our parents, our grandparents. How did we not protect them? So it is a totally different engagement than anything we have dealt with.
Here are the latest numbers as we come on the air. The U.S. is now leading the world in the number of confirmed coronavirus cases. According to Johns Hopkins University, that number reaching nearly 104,000 diagnosed cases overnight, with more than 1,700 deaths.
And now for some good news. We are all going through an incredibly trying time. But through all the anxiety, through all the confusion, all the isolation, somehow the human spirit still found a way to break through and blow us all away. Nowhere was that seen more powerfully than in the heroism of the global healthcare community.
Started with around 20,000 working beds in New York City. We have to get over 60,000 by the beginning of May.
The entire healthcare system convened, coordinated, working as one for the first time in decades.
There's no magic bullet. There's no magic vaccine or therapy. It's just behaviors.
We know what works. What works is to stay home. And there's no mystery about this.
Not only are you putting yourself in danger, but you're putting society in danger. Because as you get infected, you may be inadvertently and even innocently infecting others, particularly those who are vulnerable.
I've been staying busy, thank you very much. Exercising at home. I started a garden. I'm actually really good at it. How about you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm staying busy. I moved everything from the left side of my cabinets to the right side.
I want to unpack the evolution of our guidance on masks because it has been confusing to the American people. In light of this new evidence, CDC recommends and the task force recommends wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain. It's critical to emphasize that maintaining 6 feet of social distancing remains key to slowing the spread of the virus.
5G story is complete and utter rubbish. It's the worst kind of fake news.
The next week is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. It's going to be our 9/11 moment. It's going to be the hardest moment for many Americans in their entire lives. And we really need to understand that if we want to flatten that curve and get through to the other side, everyone needs to do their part.
Times when you're in the middle of a crisis, like we are now with the coronavirus, it really does have ultimately shine a very bright light on some of the real weaknesses and foibles in our society.
We have to beat it back, not open the door again too early for it to resurge and hurt so many people.
There is good news in what we're seeing, that what we have done and what we are doing is actually working and it's making a difference.
It is in the sense of death.
I mean, I still want to know how this happens to be recognized.
And I've been able to.
And if you don't know the answer, then how do you know it's not going to happen again? I miss you. You know, I love you. I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm sorry we're going through this.